The fall of the Titan is never a quiet affair, and for Prince Harry, the silence from the Australian public during his latest visit was deafening. There was a time, specifically back in 2018, when Harry and Meghan Markle were treated like the second coming of royalty, or perhaps even bigger than that. They were rock stars. When they touched down in Sydney for their first official tour as a married couple, the energy was nothing short of electric. Thousands of people lined the streets, some camping out since 4 a.m. just to get a glimpse of the glowing newlyweds. It was a fairy tale come to life. Australia didn't just welcome them. Australia embraced them as their own. It was during this very tour that they shared the news of Meghan's first pregnancy, a moment of intimacy that bonded them to the Australian people in a way few royals ever achieve. Harry was the charming prince, the war hero, the relatable son of Diana. Meghan was a breath of fresh air, the modern woman bringing the monarchy into the 21st century. But fast forward to present, and that golden glow has vanished. The cheers have been replaced by a chilling indifference. The latest reports from their private visit to Australia paint a grim picture. Sources close to the couple suggest Harry is flying home humiliated. The warm reception they expected, the one they felt entitled to base on past experiences, simply did not manifest. Instead, they were met with a reality check that has left the Sussex brand reeling. What changed? How did the most beloved royal couple in the world become persona non grata in a Commonwealth nation? The answer lies in the years of controversy that followed their departure from royal duties. The Hollywood deals, the Netflix documentaries, the tell-all interviews, and the constant legal battles have shifted the public's perception. They are no longer seen as symbols of duty or service. To many Australians, they have become professional victims, trading their royal title for celebrity status while still demanding the perks of the crown. This transition has been particularly hard for Harry to swallow. He was once the most popular royal in the world, often surpassing even the Queen in personal approval ratings. Seeing his wife publicly rejected in a place that once worshipped her has been a bitter pill. The petition signed by over 40,000 Australians demanding that no taxpayer money be spent on their security was the first major warning sign. It wasn't just about the money. It was a clear statement of, "You are not one of us anymore." The magic is gone, and in its place is a growing sense of fatigue. People are tired of the drama. They are tired of the contradictions. And as the couple navigated through half-empty halls and quiet streets, the weight of their choices began to settle. The fall from grace is complete, and the road back to public favor seems longer and steeper than ever before. The second chapter of this unfolding drama focuses on the stark reality of the Sussexes' commercial viability. When Harry and Meghan stepped back from being working royals, the plan was clear: financial independence. They wanted to use their global fame to build a business empire centered around wellness, entertainment, and social activism. However, the Australian trip exposed the cracks in this strategy. One of the primary reasons for the visit was Meghan's Best Life retreat, a high-end event held in Sydney with tickets priced at a staggering $3,000 per person. In 2018, an event featuring Meghan Markle was sold out in seconds, with a waiting list miles long. But in 2026, the story is very different. Reports emerged that the hall was only partially filled, and organizers struggled to move tickets even after heavy promotion. The public's appetite for Meghan's brand of curated wellness seems to have reached a saturation point. People are questioning the value of paying thousands of dollars to hear advice from someone who appears increasingly disconnected from the struggles of everyday life. But it wasn't just Meghan who felt the sting of rejection. Prince Harry's keynote speaking engagement on mental health also faced a humiliating setback. Initially priced at $1,300, ticket prices had to be slashed by 50% just to fill seats. This is the man who used to fill stadiums. Now, he is struggling to sell tickets at half price in a city that once adored him. Australian media outlets were brutal in their assessment, labeling the trip a Cosplay Royal Tour. This term is particularly damaging because it implies that the couple is merely playing a part, pretending to be royals without the substance, the duty, or the official backing of the monarchy. They visited hospitals and shelters, taking carefully staged photos that mirror their old royal duties. But the public saw right through it. Instead of looking like a compassionate visit from a prince and princess, it looked like a calculated publicity stunt designed to boost their personal brand. This pseudo-royalty status has created a confusing dynamic. They want the privacy of private citizens, but the platform of public figures. They want the freedom of Hollywood, but the reverence of the palace. Australia, a nation known for its tall poppy syndrome and its no-nonsense attitude, was the perfect place for this bubble to burst. The confusion among locals was palpable. Many interviewed on the streets didn't even know the couple was in town. Others questioned why they were there at all, if not representing the king. The disconnect between the Sussexes' perception of their own importance and the public's actual interest has never been more obvious. Harry, in particular, looked visibly uncomfortable during these smaller, controlled gatherings. The lack of genuine, spontaneous crowds must have been a haunting reminder of what he has lost. He is no longer the people's prince. He is a celebrity on a promotion tour, and the difference is monumental. As the sun sets on their Australian visit, the final chapter reveals a Prince Harry who is increasingly isolated and stuck between two worlds. The humiliation in Australia is not just a PR disaster. It is a personal crisis for a man who defined himself by his connection to the people. Harry was once the bridge between the old-fashioned monarchy and the modern world. Now, he finds himself in a no-man's land. On one side, he has his life in Montecito, a world of multimillion-dollar mansions, celebrity neighbors, and the constant pressure to produce content for global streaming giants. On the other side, he has the ghost of his former life, a life of service, tradition, and an innate sense of belonging to a nation and a Commonwealth. The rejection in Australia has shown that he can no longer rely on his royal past to carry a celebrity future. The brand is fractured. Observers noted that during the trip, Harry often looked like a man caught in a storm. While Meghan maintained her Hollywood smile, Harry's expressions often betrayed his inner turmoil. He is watching a legacy he spent a lifetime building crumble in real time. The question that everyone is asking now is, what comes next? If Australia, one of their strongest territories, has turned its back, where can they go? The United Kingdom remains a hostile environment for them, and their popularity in the United States is also on a downward trend as the novelty of their escape wears off. Harry is facing a popularity drop that is hard to ignore. He is no longer the charismatic young man people wanted to hug. He is a man whose grievances have become his primary identity. This trip was supposed to be a comeback, a way to prove that they still have the magic touch. Instead, it served as a stark reminder of their declining influence. The silence from Buckingham Palace is also telling. As Harry and Meghan struggle to find their footing, the rest of the royal family continues with their duties, focused on stability and continuity. The contrast is sharp. One side is working for a cause greater than themselves, while the other appears to be working for a brand. Harry's embarrassment stems from the realization that the world has moved on. The Sussex soap opera, as some Australian commentators called it, is losing its audience. People are looking for authenticity, and the staged hospital visits and overpriced retreats are the opposite of that. Harry now faces a difficult choice. Continue on this path of celebrity independence and risk further irrelevance, or find a way to reconcile with the life he left behind. But is the door still open? The Australian public has sent a clear message. They are not interested in the cosplay. They want the real thing, or nothing at all. As Harry flies back to California, the weight of the Pacific Ocean is nothing compared to the weight of the realization that he may have gambled everything and lost the one thing he valued most, the genuine love and respect of the people. The fairy tale is over, and the reality is far more complicated than any Netflix script could ever portray.